Wave 3 News has uncovered more problems for the Louisville Councilman who admits he wrote bad checks. Political reporter Theo Keith found out he wrote them to Metro government too. And Theo, you've been questioning Dan Johnson all summer long. What's the latest on these checks?
Scott, after I got a tip that Johnson was leaving taxpayers holding the bill for hundreds of dollars in cell phone calls, I asked Johnson about that tonight, and he says he's paid back the debt.
Well, can we talk to you as soon as we get off the elevator here?
Lots of questions for troubled Metro Councilman Dan Johnson, who says he's paid back $400 for personal calls made from his city cell phone.
Did you have a bounce check to the city?
Unfortunately, I did, but I paid it.
Do you have any more debt that you owe to the city?
Maybe a little bit more phone bill, but I'm paying it.
Who'd you get the money from?
Me, myself, and I.
Johnson, whose council seat pays $45,000 a year, calls himself personally poor. Two Louisville businessmen are suing the Democratic caucus vice chairman over bad checks.
Do you feel like you can do an appropriate job representing the citizens of the 21st District, given all of the other legal issues that you're facing right now?
I think those legal issues will be solved very shortly, sir. Don't worry about it.
Johnson confirms he did have the money to pay a friend to do campaign work last summer. Before Brian Matthews was his legislative assistant, Johnson says he paid him to set up fundraisers and yard signs. State records show Johnson raised no money all of last year, faced no major challenger, and you don't typically see campaign signs a year before an election.
Will you resign your leadership position in the Democratic caucus?
I don't intend to.
So if everyone who is not an elected council member would leave the room, I would appreciate it.
Council Democrats held a closed-door meeting Thursday, which ran long and ended hastily. Here's the Democratic leader's reaction when asked if Johnson should resign.
What?
You think Councilman Johnson should resign at all?
No.
Was the meeting about Councilman Johnson?
I can't say what the meeting was about.
Multiple sources inside that meeting say the majority of the meeting was not about Johnson. They say it ran so long that they weren't able to accomplish very much. They didn't even get to the item that said items needing immediate attention. And those sources also say that Democrats are going to have to face these issues facing Johnson. We're live downtown tonight. Theo Keith, Wave 3 News.